LEGO is trying to boldly go where no one has gone before with the Star Trek New Generation U.S.S. Enterprise set. A few weeks ago I got to see the unveiling of this product during LEGO Fan Media Days, and I also got a one-on-one interview with the designers. So here's all of the highlights of how that went.
Thank you so much for having me and for showcasing this very exciting release. So please tell us what your names are, what your roles are for this particular model, and some LEGO sets you have worked in the past so that fans know who you are.
Yeah, hi, I'm Hans-Burkhard Schlömer. My colleagues call me Captain Hans by now, I don't know why.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm an icons designer for 3.5 years or so. Came in from Star Wars, so done plenty of Star Wars sets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Venator, Star Destroyer, Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I think the TIE Bomber is still on the market.
Probably.
Very cool. Yeah, and on icons I have done the Artemis launch system and the Endurance. And on this one I spent over 10 months. So this is basically one set per year, which is but quite a big project.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm Crystal Fontaine. I'm a graphic lead, the graphic lead for this model. Previous sets, most recently, perhaps I worked on the whole One Piece line.
Nice.
But usually work on Lego Fortnite.
So what do we have in front of us? This is very surprising to see, I'll say that.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I never thought this would happen. I was still in Star Wars and heard rumors that downstairs a designer in, it wasn't Icons, it was Creator Expert, I think, a designer was working on an Enterprise. And I thought, yeah, probably it's a pet project.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen, we all know this. Yeah, then I joined Icons, there was still somebody, but again, nothing was heard of it. Until somebody showed up in our portfolio. So, and I knew, okay, I made it to the right position and at the right timing. Now I had to get myself assigned to that.
Mm-hmm.
And the same, I would say the same trajectory was for me too. You also hear like whispers, like, oh, it's going to happen, is it going to happen? And I would consider myself the resident graphic design trekkie. So I went up to the graphic lead of Icons and say, could I please work on this? This is a dream project of mine. Please, please, please. And then he was like, yeah, right. And so I was like, yes, we did it. So this is definitely a dream come true, I think, for both of us.
Yeah.
I could not tell that.
Oh,
and the outfits wouldn't.
Oh, this is nothing casual wear. Nothing.
We wear it every day.
Every day.
Yeah, everyday outfit. Really cool. So yeah.
The Enterprise D, NCC 1701D, the next generation. I still remember when I saw this the first time as a plastic model kit. I thought, well, what a weird shape. You know, coming from the classic Enterprise, of course I could recognize it, warp engines. The dish is somehow still there, but all the shape was more oval now, and all the shapes flowed into each other. Oh wow, this looks interesting, very, very futuristic. Also a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But after all this decades, now I think I've gotten used to it, and I think it's a super cool design. As a Lego set, it's also a super cool and huge challenge to pull off, especially with the design brief I had, which means a display stand, obviously, big display model, and resting on one single arm. No lame supports under the dish or anything, and as I already mentioned, the dish alone weighs like 1.5 kilos. And to make things even more interesting, decoupling the dish is one of the ship's features. So the model obviously had to do that too.
If you want to show us that.
Totally want to do that.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
So we have this safety shuttle here, which has to fly off first.
Mm-hmm.
The dish still stays in place. It's just for security.
Yeah.
Then you just pull the dish off and fly off. And
Yeah.
here you also have the explanation for the rather long stand. You just need the long foot in front and also at the back, because once 1.5 kilos are gone, all the weight shifts backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can also put it back on. It's easier from the front. Just slide it back. It's a super simple thing. It's really just bricks interlocking. Super classic.
Mm-hmm.
And early iteration had the Technic pins trying to hit a hole here, but it was a bit fumbly.
Yeah.
So I thought this is
Good old
safer.
Lego bricks are
Works all
good
the
enough.
time. So then you have this bag, and you can also lift it from the stand. Pulling down the stand, just pull it off. this is also a good way of holding it. It's rather balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to put it back on, again, it's like holding a kitten by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
Around the neck. Don't underestimate the weight of the dish.
It looks heavy.
And then you do that, and you can see where you put it. Don't do it like this. Oh, how does it feel?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lego, what are you doing? No.
So-
See?
Just do it that way.
You put it in there, and you're all set again, and perfectly safe.
Yeah, it feels like a great technical challenge to pull that off, because there's a fair amount of weight on the disc section alone, right? So getting that stable was it
Yeah.
challenging, I'm assuming?
One building technique or building trick was build with plates, yes, but turn them sideways.
Yeah.
And if you have them horizontal, you can bend them, but sideways, completely different story. They're super solid. And yes. I tend to forget one super cool low-hanging fruit feature that we put in. The Enterprise has, beside the secondary shuttle base, it has a main shuttle bay where these things fly in and out.
Okay.
And I thought it would be cool if you can open it up and look inside.
Oh.
So, nothing spectacular, but it is there, and you get a second shuttle for free. Yeah, I didn't want to do a car trunk thing on a hinge.
Yeah.
Thought it better remove it, and you can show it, and then you put it back on.
So when we were selecting which minifigures to add to this set as well, it was actually a collaboration between me and Hans to kind of like figure out who are the most iconic
And
characters.
Paramount, they had opinions, obviously.
Yeah.
of course.
So so we had a proposal lineup. We talked with Paramount, and they loved it. They gave us a lot of input, feedback, back and forth. They really helped us figure out what was a good iconic accessory for Wesley, for instance. But we put a lot of effort into what each character should have or is holding accessory, and how does it pertain to their character. We have Geordie LaForge, Worf, Deanna Troi, Data, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, William Riker, Guinan, Beverly Crusher, and Wesley Crusher. And then we have new two pieces. We have Worf's headpiece and Guinan's headpiece. Beverly's hair is a recolor, and so is Deanna. And then we wanted to do kind of a simplistic take on their graphics, because we thought that the uniforms were so prominent as they are. So in the famous words of Hans, less is more. And then we also added this plaque right here to kind of add on to the whole general set. I worked really hard on this. There's about I would say 16 iterations to really get this going. And something that what we really wanted to do was to kind of add some of the acutograms, which is kind of the graphic style, the LCARS in the TNG series, where it was LCARS has been since the beginning of time, but this graphical style premiered in TNG. And then graphically, we have
I can see there's a lot of graphics in this model as well.
Yes, we have the windows. We really wanted to put some emphasis on that, some detailing, so it could be one-to-one, as close as one-to-one to the real thing. We have the nameplate up here. We decided to up here just for display purposes. And then we have the deflector dish, which is one of the most...
Take this off.
Sure, it's one of the most challenging decorations or printed elements that I've ever worked on, because essentially I'm trying to recreate an effect, a practical effect. So what we did was, after many tests, we are printing on the other side of the windshield.
Oh.
So we have the other side of the windshield, but then it's protruding through this side. And we thought that would give it that engaged, powered on look, with the motion lines going this way. But also it was a lot of effort to try to figure this one out.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's a cool technique. We used that when I was designing the ship in a bottle. We did that for the compass piece on the base. So that was really cool. And I can see there's a few more decorations. So is this all printed elements, stickers?
We have a combination of printed elements and stickers. The reasoning is that we needed to find a balance on how to give this set a little bit more detailing.
For sure.
But also emphasizing a lot of efforts into the character creation. the minifigure designs.
Yeah, and there's like a logo by the minifigure stand as well, right?
Yes, this is the Star Trek The Next Generation logo, and we thought it was really cool to put in there.
Yeah, especially since it's nowhere on the display.
Yeah.
And then on the presentation before, you were talking about some interesting piece choices. So I see those transparent red elements over there.
I had to change how to build the front of these of the warp engines. These are called Bussard collectors, and yeah, they have a very distinct shape. And then I realized, man, we have these elements. They're quite new. They are from Super Mario, I believe, but we couldn't make them in transparent. It was a solid color ABS mode.
Yeah.
But well, I convinced people we need this element transparent. Let's get a new mode for that, transparent mode.
Yeah.
I think that paid off.
I always found it fascinating that the way you design Lego sets, but like most model designers will start with the bricks, but you go the other way around, right?
The digital way. That's what I mean.
Yes, exactly. So how is it to start designing a Lego set like that? And I'm assuming that you did the same for this one, right?
Well, you know, when you work on Lego icons, it's different than working on Star Wars. Star Wars, we usually start from scratch.
Okay.
But on icons, every model we do must be a winner.
Okay.
So we need concept models early on that we can test with test audiences, and only then, when we are reasonably sure this could be a winner, then it goes forward. So we had something before, so didn't have to start from scratch.
Okay.
But once I had it all in our digital development tool, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's for me the natural way. But no, I did it digitally. Of course, there are some things that you can't figure out digitally,
Yeah.
like the
Gravity
coupling
doesn't
mechanism,
work
the-
digital.
yeah,
on
and
digital,
will it
right?
hold together? And what will happen if somebody handles it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have something quite sturdy. Of course, it's still a display model. It
Yeah.
is somewhat swooshable, but I wouldn't play with it on end. It's designed to be living in your glass cabinet, sitting on this display stand and looking awesome.
Yeah. So any Easter eggs then that you wanted to treat Star Trek fans with?
I mean, there's not much of an interior going on here because it's all filled with structure. All these panels, they need to be attached and need to be sturdy.
For sure.
But at the area where the bridge would be, under these domes, there is a little golden plaque. It's a sticker on a 2 or 3 tile that you put in there, you build in, and then you close it off, and only you know that it's there.
Okay.
Also the warp engines. Some people know that the real ones are powered by the lithium crystals, but this is Lego, so it's powered by Lego. I'm sure we will find this out at one point.
Okay.
If you want to test how swooshable it is, because a lot.
Yeah, in front of the camera.
I think
That
you
will
should.
make-
I think you should
I
test.
want to do that.
You should test how swooshable it is.
Okay.
Swooshable. Swoosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Captain Hans
currently, I have to
teacher.
say, this is currently our only built production model.
Okay. So
no,
I do it like
no
this, right?
pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said,
you
it's-
feel the weight immediately. Wow.
in fact, yeah, the first time I tried to swoosh it, I forgot about the weight of the dish. I was holding it about this height and it did a backflip and
Okay.
crashed
Oh, no.
flat on the
I have
tabletop.
to build another one. I need to hold it like this, and then. Okay,
There you go, yeah.
I got it.
Did
Okay,
it? You're part of the
so
crew now.
It's heavy. Okay, so I'm even more impressed how you pulled off all of this and it balances out. So thank you so much. I think there are a lot of fans out there that will be as excited as you seem to be and you look to be. So I think people will really like this one. Until the next voyage, I guess.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be able to share the review of the set very soon, so be sure to engage so you don't miss it. The product page with all of the specs and details can be found in the link below. Thanks for watching, live long and prosper, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.